This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, good morning. This is Sonic R Mastery team. This is me, Sonic, and my partner James. All right, let's talk about what we have in store for week number 31. All right, as you can see from my screen, we have quite a lot of items coming up, right? As you can see here, apart from yesterday, from today onward, we have a lot of new coming up. You can see we have later on, we have of course BOJ, and there will be something like FOMC. I think this will be the main focus news of this week. FOMC on the late Wednesday night for the Asia country. Oh, all right. Then on Thursday we also have an official rate for British pound as well. So apparently this week gonna be very busy, and I think market going to move very strongly as well. And of course, last but not least, it will end with the non-farm payroll on the Friday. So whatever happened on yesterday, try not to get so carried over by whatever happened on yesterday. All right, try not to get carried over. The reason being because yesterday there wasn't any much news at all. So most likely this is what is happening. The smart money are taking some position. At the same time, retail trader are so-called emotionally trading as of yesterday. So in my opinion, I'm not really so serious about whatever happened on yesterday. Okay, so moving forward, so let me share with you what kind of pairs that I'm looking right at the moment. Okay, first let me start with the British pound US dollars. Okay, as you can see, British pound, we are stay pretty much in the strong downtrend. Okay, how do we know it's a strong downtrend? Of course, we are in a pretty strong, we can see the pretty strong lower highs are being formed. See, we haven't even started to form so-called the first high yet. All right, because how do we know that it will form the first high? Of course, the market have to break above 1.31 or 319 or around 32 level to break this level first. Then we can see that okay, the downtrend start to get broken now. So in terms of trend so-called analysis, we can see that we are still pretty much on the downtrend. So what does it mean? That means if you are going into long trade, you got to be very careful, and you need to know that it is a counter trend. It should be counter trend. It should be considered as a counter trend. All right. So now at the moment, market is pretty bearish to me. Okay, so the reason that they have a bit of a bullishness as well on the flip side is that we have a bit of pin bar showing up somewhere around 1.30 level. I hope you can see my mouse, my cursor. So this is acting like a temporary support. As you can see, they try to support one time, of course they go lower, and they will try to support one more time as well. So what you can try to do is that okay, looks like the market may be going back to 1.30 level again. Okay, then we got to see what is the next course of the action, because from there from there we can see that if there's any more bullish strength coming back in, just like what they did on here, what they did on the 20th of July, then we can see that okay, market is tend to be going back up. Okay, if there is any market swing up, what would be the very nice place that you want to take a look for the so-called the swing back down? Of course, the first one will be 1.225, another will be around 1.322, another one is 1.327, and ultimately somewhere around 1.3370. So if you are looking for a short, and if you want to be as so-called accurate as possible or as tight as possible, right? Possibility, yeah, I'm saying that again. Okay, of course, these are the level that I just mentioned. These three levels you want to take a look at. So at the moment, I think the likelihood of market going back down to 1.30 is we cannot deny the so-called possibility here, because over a long term we are still in a bullish, we are still in a bearish so-called mode. Okay, if there's any, I repeat again, if there's any pullback, look out for this three level for you to look for a potential sell entry. Okay, another one is gold. Similar, everything is quite similar. You can see that they are pretty much on the very strong downtrend. As you can see, they don't even really swing back up nicely. You see, we haven't even go back and retest this kind of level, 1.1232, this kind of level. You see, if you were to talk about being bullish, right, let the price go back above and stay above this level first. Without this, right, without going back this level, don't forget about saying say that it's in a bullish trend or whatever. Okay, because market is still pretty on the downtrend. Okay, so it's a similar thing like just now what I just mentioned on the GU. Okay, the level that you may want to take a look at is 1.1210 level. So these are 1200 levels, right? 10 level or 1200 level. So these are the levels that you want to take a look at. I think they can go back to retest again, as long as 1246, 1245 level, and another one is 1264 level is being supported. So you see, you can do a few ways. Okay, you will look for a short as long as these levels are being supported. All right, and this level is a very nice potential TP again, 1210 level. All right, so this is the level that I'm looking at. Okay, another one I would like to talk about is that is a Bitcoin. Okay, because of US dollar is making a sort of like a comeback. Bitcoin, what they did was that they go and touch a very strong level of 8,400 level. As you can see here, this is to me this is a very so-called a very strong resistance. That's the reason why they are being supported well. So it's like now they are fighting left and right here, but I think the likelihood of going back minimum to 7720, 7730, this support level is very easily can be achieved. Of course, I mean, going back to this level, 7350 level is a little bit harder, but I think going to here is very likely possible. Okay, so this is the level that I'm expecting to see. Okay, another one is Aussie US dollar. Aussie US dollars are quite similar, but Aussie US dollar is a little bit I would say slightly more bullish than British pound in per se, because we have quite a lot of support are supporting already here. You see, you can see like a 0.73, 0.738. Okay, overall it stay bearish for sure. Okay, it just that I think Aussie may carry a better weight compared to British pound that I just mentioned. Okay, so let's see if they can immediately can go back up at least to retest 0.745 levels or not. All right. So last but not least, I would like to talk about Euro. Okay, Euro, right? In my opinion, they are just like Aussie. They are a lot better in a lot better shape than British pound itself. Okay, because you can see Euro if you compare back to the Euro and British pound, US dollar. See, British pound, US dollar is obviously in the downtrend, but Euro is slightly different. They are not really in the downtrend anymore, because one reason being because we have a series of higher lows are popping up. That means they have more signs of bullishness are coming back in. So of course we are stay pretty much in the sideways range mode. So because of the yesterday and a few days back the candle, I think they might at least try to retest this 1.175060 level first. Okay, we talk about going back down or not is later, but I think for a time being they should retest for this level first of all, as a normal retest first. So I will be looking at it can reach to 1.1750 or even 1.1780 level. So okay, overall I would like to summarize. Okay, we are staying pretty much in the bullish US dollar bullish territory. All right, that's the reason why like British pound US dollar in the same pretty much on the bearish side, gold is pretty much on the bearish side, silver also pretty much on the bearish side. Okay, so this is what we have so far, right? But of course, there will be time that we need to take a look again, because there will be something big coming on the US dollar on the middle of the week. So I hope then I foresee that it should be likely the same. Okay, it should be likely the same. Okay, even if there's any pullback on the, like for example like British pound US dollar especially, I think it is better for us to wait at a very strong swing level and look for a short. I think that would be a better long trend play in my opinion. All right, because in the longer term, I think US dollar is stay pretty much trying to rise in my opinion. Because if you notice, US economy is actually doing better now. Okay, doing better now compared to the other country, especially against you as a Euro as a whole region. So, you know, people do not like Donald Trump or whatever. I have nothing to say about it. But okay, so far for the past 1 year or so, the economy, all the data are pointing very, very into the positive region. You know, so it's like I think the US market can be pretty much on the bullish in the longer term. At the same time, I think it have a bullish effect on the US dollar as well. Okay, so this is all I have. Thank you very much.
Hi, so I'll be talking about two pound pairs. The first one will be pound to New Zealand dollars. So right now what we are seeing is that pound to New Zealand dollars is sitting at some kind of support level. However, we have a overlap resistance coming up at this 1.94, which act as a control for the down move. So long as 1.94 is still holding on to the prices, I'm expecting the pound to New Zealand dollars to slide down even further. Alright, so any retracement back into this 1.935 to 1.945 resistance area would act as a very strong resistance, and one could look for potential short trade to bring it down towards the next support zone at 1.907. Okay, so right now we are expecting price to come to a stop for some moment, and should it continues to break this level, we should expect price to go down even more. Alright, and for pound to Swiss franc, yesterday candle has just broke our support level. Alright, so for this pair, I'm expecting more slides to come with the Swiss franc strengthening across the board. Okay, the price could easily reach the next swing low level at 1.28, 1.29 level. Right, I repeat, so it should easily swings to the next support level at 1.29. So for pound to Swiss franc, do not look for any do not try to catch the bottom of this pair, right? Until you see some PAs to be on your side first before looking to take a position. Alright, buyers wise, I'm still bearish on it, and it will still go down even lower. Okay, so this is all we have for our weekly video. Alright, thank you, and we'll see you guys in the upcoming week.